So, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 came out a few weeks ago, and this game showed me that good games made out of passion are still a thing and not some legend of a bygone age. But why am I saying this? Well, to put it simply, Kingdom Come 2 is brilliant, and when you compare it to some of the big open world games that came out, let's say, in the last 2 years, the difference is very clear. And I think that one of the main reasons for this is the fact that Warhorse, the developers, made a game that they would want to play, cause you cannot look me in the eye and tell me that the developers of Dragon's Dogma 2, for example, as they were making the game, went, yeah, this is really something, which is a line I'm sure the KCD2 developers said. And this brings us to the main problem games faced over the last few years. Most of them are not made to be great, but to have a repetitive game loop to force players to spend real money on some sort of battle or season pass. And you might go, well yeah, that's the multiplayer game formula, but if you played any single player Ubisoft game in the last years, then you know what I'm talking about. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And Kingdom Come 2 has none of that. And it doesn't surprise me because when a game, and I'm talking here about the first Kingdom Come, is made by a small team that literally got funded through a Kickstarter, of course those devs wouldn't want to ruin their game like that. But enough about the stuff that isn't in the game. In my opinion, the biggest reason KCD2 has the success that it has is because it understands what people want from a game. And believe me, this game is successful because it sold 1 million copies in under 24 hours. And while those sales are probably from people that played the original, myself included, the next million that came around a week after is because players found out this game is amazing. And one of the main reasons this game is such a great experience is because it respects and understands the player. Like, is that too much to ask from a game nowadays? And I'm not gonna sit here and dick ride Kingdom Come into oblivion because this is not a review of the game. And I'm also not gonna pretend like KCD2 is perfect, because it's not. And one of the biggest problems it has is the combat. Not that I find it weird or hard, but actually quite the opposite. It's very easy, maybe too easy, and for a game that focuses itself around fighting, you can see why that might be a problem. Like, the early game is very balanced, but as you level up it really becomes too easy. But everything else makes up for that. Like, I might get some hate for this, but I haven't seen a game like this since The Witcher 3. And maybe I'm forgetting some games. I'm not including Red Dead 2 cause it's not really the same type of game. But I think The Witcher 3 is a perfect comparison to KCD2. While I do still prefer The Witcher 3, and I find it hard to believe that any other game will ever make me feel the same way, Kingdom Come really made me feel like a kid again. The reason why I love The Witcher 3 so much is because I played it when I was a kid, and every time I replay it, it brings back good memories, cause gaming as you get older feels more and more hollow, at least for me. So it takes a really special game to make me feel something nowadays, and KCD2 did exactly that. A quick spoiler warning, Adder was one of my favorite characters in the game, and he doesn't have a single line in English. All his lines are in Polish, and believe it or not, even though I might sound like it, I am not Polish. And when Adder died, I was so sad you have no idea. Like, unironically, I was sad for maybe a couple of days. Let me repeat that. A character that doesn't speak a language I can understand made me sad for 2 days when he died. If that's not something special, then I don't really know what to tell you. So is it too much to ask companies to make games for the player? Because believe it or not, the player is actually the one that buys the game and gives money to the developer, so maybe think about us as well. I don't know, just a crazy idea I'm putting out there. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that only small teams can make a good game, cause the team that worked on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 wasn't small, it was around 250 people, which is pretty big. But the mindset behind giants like Ubisoft and Obsidian and other studios needs to change. The gaming world really needed Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 to show everybody else how it should be done, how you make a good game. I'm sorry for the ranting, I haven't done this in a long time, but I really needed to do this, so yeah, I'll see you soon, goodbye.